I currently work for GIZ, that's international organization, supports development in most of the world. Previously, I was working for the UN-based stations, the United Nations Development Program, and I was a project manager running a project to support weakest developed regions in Macedonia. Currently, I'm working on as a regional advisor on a project funded by the European Union and the German Ministry for Federal Economy to support economic growth. It turned out that when I started working, that the development, the economic, it has several dimensions. It's not only one dimension. So it's social, it's environmental, it's economic, and it's institutional. You have to bear in mind that if you don't combine it and see it as a complex system, then the outcome of any project work would not be visible or would not be sufficient. When I applied for this program, I was working for UNDP in the good governance sector. And most of my work throughout all the outputs that I produce, the rule of law is somehow in the basis. The democratic development, the rule of law is something that I've been having as part of my identity over the last 15 years. Managed to create a job for 200 to 300 people in my country with a single project. I'm especially proud of the fact that I've managed to increase the number of donations, the number of funds available for creating the basic infrastructure needs in the country. And I'm especially proud of the fact that I've managed to support infrastructural development for the critical infrastructure, which includes the health centers in my country. What I was doing and I'm still doing is something that is not tangible, but on the long run, it produces a lot of growth for the people that are living here. So it's not something that you can see, definitely not something that you can see in 3 to 6 months, but it's something that generates growth on the long run. It's development in most general terms. Accountability is something that drives me. You have to be aware of the fact that everything has to be transparent. This is not it's usually public money or it's donor money. So the results are public. So there are expectations not only from persons in the organizations, but in a wider community. In my case, European Union is a donor. In my country, in Macedonia, accountability and transparency are still ages behind. It's not something that most of people would like to talk and be accountable for what they're doing. You need to be persistent and push for answers, push for actions. On paper, the country itself is democratic. It has the values. Institutions are being supportive of democratic development and the values as such. Democracy is a really tough issue for small countries, because political leaders have a different understanding of development in transitional economies, as my country is, will be probably a process of additional 20 to 50 years. We have to follow those values, because if we forget for a second, for a day, that these values are driving our development and our lives, it's really not going to be a fun time. What drives me that this is a new day, it's something new is going to happen. I'm passionate about my job. It's really a demanding job, but it's something that I've been doing for most of my professional life.